Good evening on a wet Wednesday evening in Tokyo, live from the Japan National Stadium. An historic night for a team who brought Asian football one of 2022's greatest stories, but a stern test against one of Thailand's best. Ventforet Kofu taking on Buriram United. My name's Cameron Pope for this Group H clash. Let's take a look at the standings as they stand. Visitors Buriram has established themselves as the leading lights with that 4-1 win over Zhejiang, while the golden straw played out in Australia between Ventforet Kofu and Melbourne City means they are both tied for second. Well, they are the team that everybody has been talking about. Indeed, it's what tournament football is all about. A level playing field for all, a pure meritocracy. They may be merely a modest second division outfit, but Ventforet Kofu captured hearts with their run to last year's Emperor's Cup final and subsequent giant killing of Sanfrecce Hiroshima in a tense penalty shootout. They proved in game one they're no day trippers, but they're up against a big side tonight. Tied treble last season, tied treble the season before. Nobody, it seems, can keep pace with Buriram United, not at least on a home soil. Nor could Zhejiang keep them at bay for very long on match day one. But how does domestic success translate onto the global stage? 0-0 draw on opening night for the home side. Can they go one better tonight and give themselves a serious chance of making one of the top two spots? Remember, only the group winners are guaranteed progression to the last 16, which will kick off in February in 2024. And there is space for 3 of the 5 best runners-up sides in each half of the draw, West and of course this East as well. They certainly look up for it. It's a night they've waited long for. Much change since that Emperor's Cup win last October. A change of manager, a change of setting for tonight. Their home ground, the JET Recycle Link Stadium, not up to standard for AFC competition. Their award is playing in this national facility. And for Buriram, can they take the points back from this long trip up to Japan? They know that 3 points today for their travelling army of fans will put them in pole position to reach the last 16. Quarter-finalists once before in this tournament. They are taking on the debutants in very much an unknown quantity. And very much capable of taking on the bigger sides. Melbourne City found that out, to their detriment almost. Chances for the Japanese side to take 3 points at AAMI Park. Will there be chances tonight? It is a sopping wet night in the Japanese capital. But the enthusiasm is something that cannot be dampened. Whoever saw this coming? 2 hours they've travelled to get here from the southwestern city of Kofu. They've come here for a party, but not just that, they've come here for 3 points. And Buriram know they will be walking out into a partisan and hostile atmosphere. The media darlings of the AFC Champions League. A rarity, these second division teams. And Buriram, a side who know what it takes to get through to the latter stages. Can they replicate their success at home on the road? Well, we're 5 minutes away from kick-off, and the atmosphere is peppered with moments of almost eerie quiet and anticipation, and then a hum of excitement. It's quite the turnout from the away side. Travelling over land and sea to get here. They will have to play the part of the villain tonight. No room for sentiment for those who've made the trip. Well, only in their wildest dreams did Ventforet Kofu see this day coming, and perhaps not even then. The J2 League side walking out at the National Stadium for their home debut in continental competition. They fly the flag for smaller sides, serving a reminder to lower league clubs all over Asia as to just what is possible. But for every David there is a Goliath. Buriram United, tie double treble winners, looking to build on a thumping opening night win and announce themselves as firm favourites to top the group. They have no interest in fueling the festivities here today. One of the feel-good stories of the tournament. Supporters not just from Kofu, but from Japan's other clubs. A great result from the country. It speaks volumes for Japanese football and the strength and depth that a second division side should be able to get here. They fought off 5 J1 League sides en route to victory in the Emperor's Cup last October, and they gave Yokohama F. Marinos a real scare in the Super Cup. In one sense, it's back to reality in league action for Kofu. The aim is to re-reach the top tier of Japanese football, and they're in line to make the playoffs. But this is the ultimate. 3 changes for that opening draw in Melbourne. 39 years old, their starting striker, Peter Utaka. He is playing Champions League football for his 3rd club now. Made his debut in the competition a decade ago for Beijing Guoan. Referee is Akro Rizkalayev from Uzbekistan. Supported by a team of Uzbeks and a Saudi Arabian 4th official. It will be a team effort from the officials. And don't forget, for the first time ever in this competition, VAR for all the games in the group stage. Virdav's Norsafarov will be taking control of that. The 2 captains, Suonak Taesungen and Takiguchi Masahiro. 2 changes for Buriram following their opening win over Zhejiang. By far the best side in that one. Top scorer Lonsana Doumbouya, the Guinea international, will lead the line. It's a strong lineup, peppered with Thai internationals. Serbian midfielder Goran Čaušić will be one to watch out for in the centre of midfield. Supported from the bench by the Italian Nicolau Dumitru. And what they lack in experience at this level, they have in utility. Ventforet with the strength and depth. Deep into their season, Buriram only at the start of theirs. How will that tell as we take to the field? Managed to catch the Australians of Melbourne City cold, did Ventforet Kofu. Playing Champions League football at the start of their season did not seem to trouble Buriram United. And in a kit like that, we know missing them, not even in the Japanese rain. Quarter-finalists in this tournament in 2013, they're looking to make a 3rd appearance in the knockout stages in the Champions League era. But this is a team known for defying expectation. They put no limits on their own abilities, and who is to say that Ventforet Kofu cannot cause a stir? Buriram will be wary of that. They're a long way from the Thunder Castle they call home. Peter Utaka, what role will the Nigerian have? From an esteemed footballing family. But this is a test like no other. Waiting for the final signal from the referee. A moment that has been awaited for so long here in Japan. Some eagerness to get underway from Buriram. Never seen a kickoff delayed twice before, but there we go. Ija Mariku getting us off and underway here at the National Stadium in Tokyo. A momentous night for Ventforet Kofu. But celebrations must be put on ice for now. It's time to look back on their achievements when it's over. For now, the goal is simple. Reach a top 2 spot look to book a place in the round of 16. Go where no minnow has gone before. Here's Camilla. Forward by Miura. It's picked up by Dumbuya. That's the first free kick of the night. He's one to watch out for. Forward by Dion Cools, or that was the attempt anyway. Ran it to Takatomi. Here's Kim. Clear by Inoue. Now Sato. Kiguchi with the aerial ball over the head of Sato. Forward by Chausic. He was looking to find Shedayev. Be a second bite of the cherry here for Bunmatan. Kim Min-hyuk. Chausic wants it back. Dion Cools. An early start for the host. Peter Ataka looking to find the ball to cut the defence apart. Not to be. It's not all about Ventforet Kofu's story though. Buriram have their own script to write. It's a long time since the Thai team is threatened in this competition. It's forward. Tiraton. Played away by Ijima. That'll be a free kick. There are 3 Thai League One teams competing this season. Bangkok United qualified behind tonight's visitors as runners-up. Pathum United also made it through the playoffs. Good showing. Only once has there been more. Incredibly, there were 4 group stage contenders from Thailand in 2021. There's to be much change in Asian football in the seasons to come. This, the last one under its current guise. We're going to split into a 3-way tournament. 2024-2025. AFC Champions League Elite for those clubs at the very top end of the game. Champions League 2 for those on the fringe, and there will be further opportunities in the AFC Challenge League to give a chance of silverware for developing nations on Asia's football scene, but it means we might not see too many stories like these. There is a trade-off, and second-tier sides making their way through to face the might of the top tier. All part of a big reshuffle in the AFC. The Women's Champions League set to be on the cards as well. More opportunities in the women's game as it continues its growth. It's Sekiguchi. That's been given away. Here's Shedayev. Kamil Shedayev trying to get round the defender. In a way, read it well. Throw and taken by Sasalak Hyperhon. Punsa. Sasalak. Now Shedayev. Dumbuya's in the middle if he can reach him. Sekiguchi trying to hold him at bay. It's Shedayev's ball. Dumbuya with head down and over the bar from Supachai. Supachai Chaided couldn't keep it down. The first we've seen of Buriram's Fangs. Good ball in by Shedayev. Dumbuya with the hold at play. but Superchai couldn't get over the ball. And a sigh of relief for Michael Wood in goal. Nijima to chase it down. That's going to be a free kick, and I think we're going to see the first flash of the referee's card. It's for Čaušić. Akro Rizkulayev. Not cowed by the fact that it's early in the game, and it's what you like to see from a referee. No reason that shouldn't be a yellow card, even if it is after only a few minutes. And dangerous Goran Čaušić, forced to play with a yellow for over 80 minutes now. Wet day for Arthur Papatsamatis. Spent part of his managerial career in Japan. Yokohama F. Marinos, learning under the great Ange Postecoglou, now of Tottenham Hotspur. What wisdom has he imparted on these players? They have defending to do. Lovely dink ball over the top by Sato. Taka is the man to chase it down. Too many men on him. Superchai the man to win it back. There's Scheider. Kamiya will start from the back. Yashida. Goal by Sekiguchi. Taketami trying to feed it forward into the run of Getulio. Foul on Tiraton. We've had a few of those in the opening 7 minutes. It's been a niggly start. That's going to run. Runs in favour of the Thai team. Into Čaušić. It was Sasalak and now Kim. Trying to go route one up towards Superchai. Here's Čaušić. Bounces off Dumbuya. That's going to be a foul on Taketami. Dropped the ball a little bit short into Dumbuya. That's where it went wrong, and clearly a foul by Ratanakon. Miura Sota. Good use Taketami. Going to go towards Utaka. Might have run for Getulio. It's up by the captain. Sekiguchi trying to find a way through. Now Getulio. Always going to be too close there to Siwara. Goalkeeper wastes no time in distributing. Sato. Yashida into Utaka. Sekiguchi's ball in, looking for Getulio. Another day that might have fallen for Taketami. Well, the best chance has certainly gone to Buriram. Superchai with his volley over the bar, but Ventforet growing into this. They play their home games at the 17,000 seater JIT Cyclelink Stadium. That's 130 kilometers away. A good 2-hour train journey to the west, even in Japan. Shereyev, Čaušić. Punsa. Kim. To Sasalak. That's forward from Tiraton. Too big for Dumbuya to chase, and Wood in that tricky position for a goalkeeper whereby the ball is just outside the reach of his penalty area. Did all he could. Here's Sasalak. Shedayev. Getting around to Kiguchi, but the cross wasn't a good one in the end. Jatulio away. Utaka with the hold-up. Takatomi. Taken off him by Dion Kouls. All recovered for Buriram, but only for the moment. Sato couldn't find a man in blue. Well, when these sides next meet on the 12th of December, it'll be match day 6, and fates might be decided by then. But so much football to be played until then. Just have to be in the hunt. That's exactly what both these sides are at the moment. Buriram sitting pretty at the top of the group. And that draw at AAMI Park in Melbourne between City and Ventforet Kofu, that certainly benefited them. They stand clear, and they'll be further clear with a win today. Laid down a marker in the win over Jurjang. 2 goals for Chausic to get them off and going in the first half. They were 3-0 up on the cusp of half-time. Let their lead slip slightly for a penalty, but they were already out of sight, the Thai side. There's Kami up to Sato. Wise move to pick out Wood. Seemingly the only man in a Kofu shirt not marked. Now Miura. Inoue. Forward from Tiraton. And there was an option to bring in Ramil Shedayev there. So too Dumbuya in a central role, but accuracy was lacking. And the longer that Ventforet Kofu can keep this at 0-0, the stronger their belief will get at opportunities to win the game against Melbourne City, frustrated the A-League side. They have the benefit of playing without expectation. There is really no bar for second-tier teams to judge themselves against. The irony is they were really struggling in the J2 League last season when they got to the Emperor's Cup final. Shinoda Yoshiyuki taking over the managerial reins. He wasn't in place for the cup win. It was Yoshida Tatsuma who departed straight after that memorable day. His contract wasn't renewed after the cup win due to league form. They actually lost 7 in a row late in the term. It's an unforgiving game, football. They were right down the wrong end of the table last season. Finished 18th, but things are different this year. It's 6th, they're in line for the playoffs. Just a handful of games to go in the Thai League season. And the Japanese season, should I say, just a handful of games into the Thai season. Here's Miura Sota. And Yashida. Kamiya. Inoue. Sekiguchi. Sato. Buriram happy to absorb the pressure from the hosts. Kamiya trying to go route 1. Needed to be a good ball to play into Ketami. A close opening 15 then. Here's Kim. Punsa Hembibun. Got the goal to round off the 4-1 victory on opening day. towards Bouya. They won't find him. Kamiya back to his goalkeeper, and Superchai was right over his shoulder there. He's in away. Hayashida. Miura. To Ketami. Sato. Backwards from Getulio. Not sure it's a Kiguchi. We'll thank him for that. We actually did see a second-tier team in the group stage last season in Korea Republic's Jeonnam. Took a point off a tied team in Partum United. They won the Korean FA Cup as a second division side. They finished third in their group in the end. It was an honourable showing. Saudi Arabia's Al Faisali won their group as a top-tier side, but they'd actually been relegated by the time the knockouts came about, so in effect they were a second-tier team in the latter stages. Even so, it's a rarity. And to talking to here, Kim Min-hyuk. There has been tension in the opening 17 minutes. 2006, Minnow made it through before last year. That was also a Japanese side, and funnily enough, they did it by the same route. Getulio unable to find a way through. There's Miura. It was Tokyo Verdy who won the Emperor's Cup back in 2005, and even then, though they were a top-flight side, it was only after that, before the Champions League began, that they were related to J2 League. And as fate would have it, they only managed to play 2 matches in the end. 2 of their opponents were disqualified. Ventforet will get the full experience. Here comes Miura. Now Takatomi. Shown the line by Dion Cools. Hayashida. Could use Ijima. Buriram adept at closing down. Moved quickly by Sato. It's with Miura. Now Takatomi. It's a good little ball. Takatomi looking for Getulio. He was surrounded by pink shirts. Here comes Superchai. Tiraton. Looking for Dumbuya. He's found him. Dion Cools getting forward. He's got Shedayev in the middle. Can he find the delivery? Tiraton. Away by Inoue Shion. Picked up by Kim. Now Sasalak. Dion Cools into Tiraton. No let up in the noise from the home fans. It's a relatively small city, Kofu, by Japanese standards. Less than 200,000 live there. Which means just around a third of their population to fit into this cavernous national stadium. Here's Takatomi. That's been dropped short, and it allowed Tiraton to have a sight of it, but picked up by Takatomi nonetheless. Towards Sekiguchi. Sato to chase it down. Receives it from Inoue. That's where it breaks down. Trying to play in attacker. Tasman leading the side. Sekiguchi Masahiro. Sasalak. Tiraton. Punta. Cools. Taken away from Ratanakon by Mura's intervention. Sasalak. And the boos ringing out as the visitors hold the ball. Upfield by Siwarak. Shedayev got the first touch. Kept in. Masaki Gucci. Pass only. Serve to bring in Sasalak though. Rain is not abating, and you can see it rebounding off the running track surface. Here's Kim. Getulio putting him under pressure. He's got to be careful, he doesn't have anywhere obvious to go here. Kim Min-hyuk did well. The pass back to the goalkeeper was covered by Utaka. Potential catastrophe averted by Buriram United. Certainly the more rested of the two sides. They've only played once in the 2 weeks since their last AFC Champions League game. Kofu have played twice. Last league match was a week last Monday, and Police Tero 2-1 win. Here comes Shedayev. Options in the middle. Back towards Tiraton. Chausic went for goal. Here's Tiraton again. Up towards Lansana Dumbuya. Headed away by Inoue. Chausic following up. Hooked clear by Hayashida. Here's Ijima. Utaka sensing the oncoming Sasalak. Wasn't enough to keep the ball though. Here's Tiraton. Chausic. Dion Cools. Here's Sasalak. This is going to be a familiar theme every time that away side keep the ball. They've had much of it so far. Resulting to route one. Header from Inoue Shion, cheered as if it were a goal. Fully embracing the underdog spirit. Those of Ventforet Kofu persuasion. Their manager too. 100 out of 100 people think we will end up with a group stage exit, said Shinada Yoshiyuki. Here is Dumbuya. And on the overlap was Dion Cools, and that'll be a corner. Not quite constant pressure from Buriram, but not far off. They look dangerous coming forward in the rain. Tiraton Bunmatan. Take the corner kick for the Thai side. A number of options to pick out. Dumbuya in there. Chausic too. Centre-back punter Hambiboon likes to go. Here comes Tiraton. Bunmatan was in there. Good save from Michael Wood to deal with the long-range effort. Struck at him with a vengeance. Ratanako Maikami. Thunderous shot. And the goalkeeper saw it through a crowd of bodies. It will be another corner. Tiraton once more to take it. Up towards Dumbuya, who got up there. And it's wide from Lansana Dumbuya. Top scorer in the league. And he came close there, but couldn't get the angle. Has it against the defender, actually. Third chance from the corner, this time from the other side. Plenty to do so far for Michael Wood. Here's the New Zealander to be called into action once again. Tiraton's ball, this one straight at Wood. And Supachai is going to be penalised there. He's prevented the release. Referee keen to lay down the law. Doesn't want to go the same way as his teammate Chausic. In the book after a few stray minutes. Flick on by Utaka. Looking for Getulio. Sekiguchi. Towards Lansana Doumbouya. Steered away from it by Inoue. Tanakon tried to come forward but blocked by his opposite number. Taketami into Miura Sota. Now Sekiguchi. And he's got Getulio in the centre. Header away by Punsa. Not dealt with by Sasalak, and Kofu coming back at the Thai visitors. Sekiguchi looking for the 1-2. Can't get the ball back from Sato. Ball again there to Ijima. Into Sekiguchi, but Sasalak was fouled. It'll be a free kick to Buriram. Dion Cools. Sekiguchi into Sato. Now Miura. In a way into Sekiguchi. Shedeyev shutting off the angles and pressure from Doumbouya. That was intended for Getulio. Tanakon forward. Chausic sees the defender coming. Into Doumbouya. Shedeyev. He's got Tiraton on the overlap. Chance may have gone. Here comes Tiraton Bunmatan. Gets the touch off Getulio he needs to divert it for a corner. Corner count stacking up in favour of Buriram. Lansana Doumbouya inches away from the header. Inches away from making it count earlier. Here comes Tiraton. Straight to Tutaka at the front post. Sasalak back to the take-up. Here's Shedeyev. Tiraton. Is there a way through the banks of Kofu defence? Shedeyev up against Sekiguchi. Chausic. Tanakon. Serbian looking for a pass. The only way that Dion Cools can go is backwards, and that will get a round of applause from the home fans. Ventforet more than a match for the top Thai side. Been a tight start to the season in Thai League One. Only 5 games in, they're in third, but the top 4 are all on 13 points. Risky pass from Sekiguchi. Thankfully for him, Wood was alert. Attacker coming off second best in that challenge with Dion Cools. It's forward by Čaušić, and Čaušić has got it back. And here's Lonsana Doumbouya, down under the challenge. Miura Sota didn't look to be anything doing. And the danger managed by Ventforet Kofu. He's been the clearest threat to the Japanese side so far. As we edge towards half-time. Oh, this might have found its way through to attacker. No flag for now, despite the protestations. Now it comes. Assistant referee making absolutely sure. We do have the benefit of video assistant referee. We had quite the incident yesterday. Double red card in the Saudi Al Hilal match, one from each side. 3-0 win for Al Hilal in the end. Ventforet Kofu have got their own experiences of VAR heartbreak. They were denied a late equaliser in the Japanese Super Cup at the start of this season against the J1 League champions, Yokohama F Marinos. Utaka looking for Sekiguchi. Back to Utaka, can he find the shot? He got it away in the end. But the box was well staffed with Buriram defenders. Quick counter-attacking flair from the host side. Getulio was in there with further reinforcements. Attacker the man of choice, but there's the shot over the bar. Blocked by Getulio. Sato forward into Taketomi. Sekiguchi. So much has come through him on the right flank. But there's no one on the end of that pass from Sato. Sasalak into Kuls. Punsa. Tiraton gets it past Getulio into Shedeyev. Foul by Sekiguchi Masahiro. Forward towards Shedeyev. Uses Superchai. Got away from him. Well mastered by Sekiguchi. No look so far for Lonsana Doumbouya. Consistently been getting himself in the right position, but wasn't to be. Muscled off the ball by Miura Sota. Some might say there was an element of a shove in there. I wonder if also Lonsana Doumbouya might have slipped on the ball. The video assistant referee would have been checking in the background. Remember, it's got to be a clear and obvious error for a call to be overturned, and there's only certain elements of play that can be judged by the video assistant referee. For example, red cards, but not red cards for a second yellow. Does mean largely for clearer decisions, though. There is an element of human error still to be considered. Here's Inoue. Oh, towards attacker. That's a lovely ball, and this time there will be no flag. Peter attacker. He's looking to lay it back, and maybe Getulio would have been the better option. Away from Tiraton. Is there a counter-attack in this for Buriram? Here's Shedeyev. Taking on Inoue. Inoue's been stripped for pace. Can he recover? Shedeyev looking for Doumbouya in the centre. He was ahead of Superchai. Superchai with the hold-up. Calls. Now Čaušić. just pulled it wide. No reason not to go for the shot. He saw the target open up ahead of him, Goran Ciaucic, but just struck it wide of Michael Wood's post. Former Red Star Belgrade man. Played top flight football in Spain with Osasuna. The busier of the two goalkeepers, Michael Wood. On loan from Kyoto Sanga. Pass cut out by Sato. The crowd like that. Here's Miura. Up towards attacker. Just behind Ijima. Supate Chaidad picking it up and clearing away. Here's Tiraton Bunmatan. A step ahead of Getulio. Now Sasalak. Other men over, using Shedayev. Lovely cross in towards the back post where Dumbuya was waiting. Ratanako on to chase after it. Final touch was Miuras. Can Buriram make this first half pressure count? 7 minutes of normal time and change in which to do so. Here's Kim. Punsa. No option going forward for Dion Kuls, nor indeed for Punta Hembibun. Punsa succeeds at the second time of asking. Up towards Dumbuya, who's offside. And he's annoyed at himself. He's got pace in his legs. In a way. It's no mean feat to fill this stadium with noise. That's exactly what the Ventforet Kofu Ultras are doing. They've known this day would come for nearly a year now since their cup win. There won't be a cup defence this season. Got to round 4, having come in at the second round stage, but they were knocked out by the J1 League champions-elect Vissel Kobe, 4-1. Away by Kim. Tiraton, he's upended. Getulio into Sekiguchi. Ijima. Ayashida finding Sekiguchi. Arthur Papas looks like he wants his side to come out and meet Ventforet Kofu. Headed away by Punsa. Was picked up momentarily by Sato, but possession ephemeral. Sana Dumbuya always looking to peel away, but stopped by Kamiya Kaito. Now here's Miura. Peter Utaka. Finds himself a long way from goal. Sato. Miura. A couple of options in the penalty area if they can get this ball over. Up towards Taketomi. Put it behind Ijima. Did well to get the left on the ball from his grounded position. There's Punsa. Sasalak forward. Stopped by Hayashida. Sato. Might have got away from Dion Cools. Foot in at the right time for Buriram. Tiraton. And now Ramil Shedayev uses Supachai. Shedayev could do some damage here. Running at the defender. Got the deflection off Inoue. Just as well for Kofu. He left Hayashida trailing in his wake. Quick feet from the Azeri. Found his path to goal block though. And it will be another Buriram corner. Crucial point in the game perhaps for Ventforet Kofu. Never a good time to concede, but the cusp of the interval is certainly a bad one. Tiraton Bunmatan again. Who is to be the intended target? Different setup this time from Buriram. Went in towards Lonsana. It was headed over by Shedayev. And it will be another corner. This game played to a constant cacophony from the terraces. Could the shout be dimmed in a moment? Tiraton to line it up for the umpteenth time. It's close to Wood, who came for it. Shedayev back in. Inoue got the header. It was certainly goal-bound from Ramil Shedayev. Inoue there at the right time. Ventforet Kofu. They will come again. Tiraton's delivery up towards Chausic. Dumbuya was in there. Might yet be a follow-up. Sasalak going wide. Kim gets the ricochet he needs. Here's Tiraton. Away by Kamiya. The control by Utaku is a good one. But might the Nigerian be away? Against Ratanakon. He's got Sekiguchi up in support. He'll try and go it himself. Interception comes from Cools. Chausic forward. Overhit though. Here's Sekiguchi. Ventforet Kofu have men up here, but Buriram quickly snapped back into a defensive shape. And the Japanese side's first game panned out in largely a similar fashion. Chances for both teams, but ultimately a frustrating night for the attackers. That's how it's been so far. Here comes Sekiguchi. Well, Arthur Papas had to give up his playing days in his early 20s, but he's showing he's still got it. Sekiguchi uses Sato. Here's the ketamine away through to Getulio. And Punsa urges calm from his goalkeeper. Here's Kim Min-hyuk. Pass too big for Ratanakon to get after. Well, the title of this great tournament is in Japan currently. Urawa Red Diamonds seeing off Al Hilal in last year's final. Last season, but it was played earlier, 2023. Title returning to the east. Since the very early days of the tournament. In fact, the first year of this tournament under its current moniker, Champions League, of a Thai team got all the way to the final. BEC Tero Lost to Al in an aggregate back in 2003. Neither of these sides expected to threaten the hierarchy, but Buriram have thrown down the gauntlet in Group H. Ventforet, the sky is certainly the limit for them. Here's a tuck-up. Up in the air from Punser. Tulio going down, but rather casually. And that's enough for Akrol Rizkulayev. He calls time in the first half with a couple of chances for either side, but it's certainly been Buriram who've offered the more attacking might. Peter Attacker has found his service limited. In a fight, the Japanese second-tier side, but they've given as good as they've got at times. Monsana Doumbouya, the closest man to breaking the deadlock with his header from a corner. Inch just wide. The Thai title holders. Not too much to do for Siwadak. He'll still be alert, though. Knows the danger presented by the host side here at the Japanese National Stadium. Is there to be a breakthrough in the second half? Half-time, Ventforet Kofu 0, Buriram United 0. here come Buriram. Tested in that first half, testing themselves against home goalkeeper Michael Wood. There were chances for Goran Šaušić. Ansana Doumbouya came close with his header. Just sniffed the outside of the post from a corner. But that's as close as Buriram have come. Suarak Tesungan with less to do in the visiting goal. That could all change though. It would not be Buriram the first team of high stature that Ventforet Kofu have tested these last 18 months. 5 top-flight teams, 5 top-flight scalps in the Emperor's Cup to get to this competition. There was no way through them for Melbourne City on match day 1. A brilliant team effort. And can the Japanese second division side give us one of the stories of the season here? This would be quite the upset. And at 0-0, it's still on. My name is Cameron Pope. It's a pleasure to bring you commentary from Japan's national stadium here in Tokyo. 45 minutes to decide the lie of the land once again in the group. Buriram top dogs. But that position will be under threat if they fail to win here. Melbourne City, a dormant force from the A-League. Still waiting for their season to start, but you can't count on catching them cold for long. Whereas Kofu have practically a full season, a successful season behind them. It's that momentum they seem to have garnered here in Tokyo. Second half upon us. All twists and turns to come in the story of the AFC Champions League. Straight up towards Superchai Chaiden. Forward from a Tanakorn, but to no avail. Doumbouya trying to get the flick on, could only present it. Takatomi Kosha. Here's Doumbouya. Got away from Hayashida, but the follow-up ball was errant from Tiraton. Pass will make it to Tiraton. Here comes Takatomi. And a tangle from Superchai. One in which he's unable to keep the ball in. Through yet for the one-time quarter-finalists. Playing in the Champions League for the 11th season, Buriram. Returning to the groups after 4 years away. They're on something of a march at the moment. Secured the league title last season by a landslide margin of 12 points. Beat Bangkok United to league and FA Cup glory. Crowned it with the Super Cup for the second year in a row. Have only made it out the groups on 2 occasions and not since 2018, but they are Thailand's best performing club since Police Tero in 2003. Here comes Ataka. Might have opened up for him on the right boot, but he didn't count. And the oncoming Dion calls. He might be 39 years old, Peter Utaka, but he is in that category of evergreen. Still moves with a pace that can cause problems for defences, but Dion Cole read that play well and expected the Nigerian to try and jut in on his right. Here comes the corner. Rare foray forward for Ventforet. Kofu is going to be halted. Referee wants a word with Inoue Shion. Kim Min-hyuk also courting his attention. Here is the delivery. It's a flat one and over the bar from Takatomi. Met that at pace. The Kofu winger. Look at him peeling round the back. And he had a chance to get the shot away. Ratanakon couldn't get close enough to threaten him. Fired over the bar. It was never a threat to Siwarak in goal. There's no let-up in the weather. It is still teeming down here in the Japanese capital. Dumbuya holding it up. Looking to receive it from Supachai. Picked off though by Miura. Here's Ijima forward. He's going to run to Taketomi. Holding off the defender as well. That's flicked forward lovely into the penalty area by Sato. And away by Dion Coles. Backwards from Ijima. Taketomi. Taka and Getulio in the middle. Miura. It's going to be too big. Can Getulio keep it in? Too big even for him. Not the best delivery we've seen. Fired in by Miura Sota. Sasalak's throw. Here's Inoue. Intended target was Sekiguchi, but too much air on the ball. Punsa. Cools. Attacker chasing. Not too far away either. Egypt was going to try and do the same. It's away by Kim Min-hyuk. Flick on by Dumbuya. Chase from Supachai Chaided. Kamiya the man to make the grateful clearance, thundered away by Sasalak. It's a fragmented passage of play. Ijima and Sekiguchi. This is forward from Sato. Getulio looked like he wanted to chase that down. Home fans happy with the delayed call by the referee, waiting for play to develop there. Akro Riskalaya. No advantage, it will be a free kick to Ventforet Kofu. And Satu Kazuhiro caught right in the top of the boot by Dumbuya. A long way out, but still a chance to test the Buriram back line. A long time since Ventforet Kofu have been able to do that. Sato Kazuhiro, Miura Sota standing over it. It will be Sato, and headed goalwards. Oh, tipped over onto the roof of the net by Siwarak. And that was the opportunity. It fell to Kamiya Kaito. The biggest test for the Buriram goalkeeper so far. Held his run well, and the centre-half got up, and with a deft flick, caused all kinds of problems. Nobody went with him. Siwarak reaching for that. That was the opportunity that Kofu have been waiting for. There might be another one here. Sato's ball in, and it's a good one. Headed clear by Punsa. Here's Utaka. Could have used Ijima, gonna go it alone. Into the penalty area for Hayashida. Now Supachai trying to bring in Dion Coles, but pass under hit. Here's Sekiguchi. Blue shirts fanning out. Miura Sota. Not on the same wavelength. No run from Takatomi Koski. Tirata. An even second half so far. Up towards Supachai. Dealt with by Kamiya Kaito. Busier already in the 9 minutes of the second half than he was in all of the first. I would hazard a bet to Arakte Sungan. Tanako Maikami with the throw. Up towards Dumbuya. Supachai in there too. The uncle's trying to help it forward. It falls to Shedea. Sasalak can't get his cross in. Here's Kim. Attacker right on top of him now. And Attacker wants to win this ball back. He'll have to make do with a throw. He thinks he was held. That's a poor ball straight at Ratanakon, who's side down by Taketomi Koski. And I think the referee might want some further recrimination dished out. Or will it just be a talking to? Knew he was beaten by his opposite number. Stretching for the ball, but he can't tackle like that from behind. So we're going to have a change then. It's going to be Hasegawa Motaki. Attacking midfielder, but it's going to have to wait. Away. By Sato. Here's Scheider. Tiratan. That's got to be a foul. Supachai Chaida with the turn. And it's Kamiya Kaito, who is the first player from Ventforet to pick up a yellow card. Oh, completely the wrong side. And this is going to be a free kick in an interesting position here for Buriram. Well, there's a VAR check going on for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. And I can't imagine that that has any bearing on the fact that this free kick was 25 yards out from goal. So it's hard to say what the referee might have seen, but of course it's a blessing that we can check these incidents in the background. Check is complete, and that's what we all expected. Unexpected intervention. Tiratan, it's a good ball. Oh, saved by Wood. Cleared off the line. An attacker was in there to steer it clear. The biggest test yet for Ventforet Kofu, and it's one they've passed. And now there's the counter with Taka. He's got men further forward. Might he go it alone? Forward towards Takatomi. And it's hammered clear for a Ventforet Kofu throw-in by Kim Min-hyuk. An attacker rolling back the years as he strolled into the Buriram half of the field. But just how close did Buriram go to taking the lead there? That is going to be it for Peter Utaka. And Cristiano da Silva is going to be the man to come on and replace him, along with Hasegawa Motaki. Not bad for a man of 39 years. But new life will be breathed into this Ventforet attack. Got a quick turnaround. They've got a top of the league clash with Machida Zelvia on Sunday at home. So Cristiano da Silva on. And Jatulia going off for Hasegawa Motaki. 2 forwards on, 2 forwards off. Shouldn't lead to a change of shape. On comes Sego Motaki into his 4th season at the club. Former Japanese youth international. And we're off again. That's not the way to use a quick throw-in. First touch for Sego Motaki. What role then for Cristiano? On loan from Ventforet Nagasaki, elsewhere in the second tier. And spells in Europe with Red Bull Salzburg. Forward from Tiraton. Here's Sherian and Sasalak. Closed down by Cristiano. That's his first contribution. Bunza Hembiboon. Forward from Tiraton. This is Ramil Shedayev. Up against Inoue. Cleared partially by Sekiguchi. Ijima was there to try and steer it into the Buriram half of the field, but he was stopped in his tracks. And this is Miura Sota. Got options calling for it. One is Hasego Motaki. Got his shot at goal, but not a clear sight of it. They're coming with a vengeance now, Ventforet Kofu. Here's Miura. Tried to use Hasegawa, thought he was held. Neither of those came to fruition. As we enter the final half an hour of normal time. And if you'd offered this scoreline to Shinori Yoshiyuki and Ventforet Kofu, well, I'm going to hazard a guess that they would have taken it. There have been opportunities in the second half. It's going to be Nicolau Dumitru to replace Supachai Chaiden, left winger by trade, the Italian. Up and under that wasn't dealt with cleanly. Kamiya Kaito got it away at the second time of asking. Here comes Dumitru. Now Dumbuya. Shedayev in the middle. Away from Sekiguchi. That's going to be a free kick. And I wonder if the purple patch enjoyed by Ijima and Kofu is coming to an end. Buriram dormant for these last 10 minutes or so. Here comes Dumitru. Against Ijima. That has to be a foul, surely. He looked like he had his arms all the way around his waist. And the assistant referee was right on top of it. And there are firm protests from the Buriram men. Big shift put in by Ratanako Maikami. At the club his whole career. 4 titles in this successful team. They're locked in combat in the Japan National Stadium. No way out from the back. Here's Sato. He and Ijima have got a battle on. It's the battle they've lost. Ratanako using Dumbuya. Route 1 not the option this time. Segawa finding Miura. Kamiya trying to take on Dumbuya. Hasegawa. Kofu keeping the ball well. Yashida forward. Sekiguchi. Blocked by Sasalak. Double change then. Miyazaki Jumma, the striker. And then Eduardo Mancha, Brazilian centre-back. Kaito and Taketami, they're meant to come off. Kaito sporting a yellow card, perhaps not surprising. He'll be filled in for at the back then by Eduardo Mancha. Miyazaki Jumma, he's a striker. "25 minutes to make a difference." Here's Cristiano, went for the shot and goalkeeper couldn't afford to take a chance. So it's now Hasegawa, Cristiano, and Miyazaki leading the line for Ventforet Kofu. Pinch back, Miura. And he was holding Jaušić. He's got to be careful, played himself onto a yellow card after just 6 minutes, and any form of protest could be seen as dissent by the referee. We know that referees are clamping down on that kind of thing now, more than ever before. And these tests for Buriram have got rarer, but they're still coming. Here is Ramil Shadeyev defending. Flick away from Dumbuya. Oh, it's fan split it in away. He was off balance as he hits it. Always going to be a difficult chance to take. That's a foul on Hasegawa Motaki. Mancha into Hayashida. Now Sato. Sekiguchi. Sato with the chip over. Here comes Sekiguchi. There intervening was Jaušić. It is tense. Well, the name Ventforet comes from an old war banner. Japanese land baron. As swift as the wind, as quiet as the forest, the two French words, Vent and Forêt. This place is nothing. Like silent at the moment. A goal would raise the roof here. Played out towards Sato. Jaušić with the clearance. Here's Sekiguchi. For Inoue. And a clear from Punta. Calls forward. Now is T-Return. Thinks it was his ball. Final quarter of normal time. Substitution for the away side then. Piradol Chamrasamy scored in the opening day win over Zhejiang. Central midfielder for a central midfielder in Matanako Maikami. Hayashida forward. Ijima finding Miura. Hasegawa going down. Wanted a push there. Chaushich, referee, not interested. Forward comes Hasegawa with a 1-2 with Cristiano, and he's kept this one alive. Ijima. Block was a firm one. Buriram. Shadeyev forward. Looking for Doumbouya. And absolutely adamant is Inoue. He didn't commit that foul. Here's Buriram. Flash ball in looking for Doumbouya. Only half-headed clear. Buriram once more. Great ball from Dioncourt. Here's Tiraton. Looking for Dumitru. Can Dumitru get the cross in towards Doumbouya? Got the header on goal, but it was heavily deflected by Sekiguchi's intervention. Still not to be for the tall Guinean. Played forward by Ijima, but it's just behind Cristiano. Still in the game as we enter the final 20 minutes. Whatever the final result, it's an epic showing again from the J2 League side, taking on the might of the double Thai League champions. Not a bad showing for the team once known as the whipping boys of the second tier. Excess baggage, that's what they were known as. Once been up a 25-match losing streak. Finished bottom of the league, the second tier 3 times in the days before automatic relegation. But times have changed, 8 seasons in the top flight. Most recently 6 years ago. Here comes Sekiguchi, looking for the run of Ijima. Sato sending that flying forward, but to nobody in blue. Flash ball from Tiraton, maybe a question of offside. It's the first rebound we've had, and it was a really powerful header from Kim Min-hyuk. And Wood did well to get down, and then it was scooped away, first by Inoue, and then by Sekiguchi. Oh, what's been given away? Ijima couldn't capitalise. Nearly a gift for Kofu. He's still giving trouble to Dioncourt. Here's Dumitru. 1-2 with Chaushich. Is he away? He's stopped by Hayashida. The rain continues to fall. It's not exactly raining goals. Hasegawa for Sasilak. And now Tiraton Burmatan. Sasilak's found space. Well dealt with by Sekiguchi. Sekiguchi Masahiro's hurt himself there. And a sporting gesture from Sasilak. Some full-body tackles, but it has been played in the right spirit. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be on the wrong end of that. And there was nothing he could do to get out of the way there, Sasilak. Throw towards Doumbouya. Sasilak looking to get the cross in. Now he's used Ramil Shadeyev. Kim back into Tiraton Burmatan. Shadeyev again. Kofu soaking up this pressure well. No aerial route for Kim to take. Tiraton. Pass is cut out by Hayashida. Can't keep the ball at the moment, Kofu. Here's Čaušić. Čaušić again. Touch let him down. To Sakikici's benefit. Punter and Dion Cools. The defence at this end of the field has seen less and less of it as the half has worn on. Less of the action. Awkward touch by Sakiguchi. More or less atoned at the second time of asking, but the danger not clear. Here comes Shereyev. Good options in the middle. Sends the defender Sakiguchi flying to ground. This could spell danger. Here's Tiraton! Into the body of Eduardo Mancha. And it's a composed Ventforet defence that gets this ball clear, but for how much longer? Calls. 1-2 might be on. That'll be a free kick committed by Ujima. Brought Pirlo down to ground. Another change, the final one for the home side. It's going to be Nakamura. Miyotaro replacing Ujima in the centre of midfield. More defensive-minded Nakamura. Maybe there's a message in that from Shinori Yoshiyuki. "15 minutes left. Free kick in a good position here. More defending to do for Ventforet, Kofu. What will be Tiraton's plan of action? Defence lined up. Tiraton deep towards the back post where Doumbouya is waiting. Always looked like Wood was the favourite for that. Wood volleying clear. Trying to put as much distance between the ball and his goal as possible. But the theme of the last 15 minutes or so has been that Buriram just keep coming back. Here's Kulz. Piradol. That won't reach Dumitru. Clearance from Miura. Up into the path of the camera. Čaušić. Cools. Sasalak. Now Čaušić towards Dumitru and Shereyev. Ramo Shereyev riding the challenge, could play Imperial. Shamrasamy all the way through to the back post, didn't fall. Bolonsana Doumbouya. Buriram keeping the pressure on. There was nothing that Dumitru could do to turn it home. And they must try again. Calls with the throw-in. Kofu on the defensive. Doumbouya. Tiraton finds himself closed down, and the assistant referee is adjudged, much to his eye, that it came off him last. Segua didn't leave Miura Sota with much time. Cleared by Eduardo Mancha though, more convincingly. Piradol forward into Čaušić. This is Sasalak with nowhere to go. Good awareness from Kim Min-hyuk to get away from Cristiano. Here's Kim. Thumped forward by Sasalak. It's going to be a free kick to the home side. Inoue. And Inoue Shion is fuming that there's not going to be any further recrimination. Put inside a free kick and a chance to break up this spell for Buriram. Gets a little bit of a nudge from Nicolau Dumitru. Wasn't going to be missed by Shinoda Yoshiyuki. Takiguchi looking for a man on the overlap. It was Miyazaki. Inoue on forward. Nice ball to Nakamura. Into the body of Punta Hembiboon, and it fell fortuitously in the end for Siwarak. Towards Shereyev, gets the flick on for Doumbouya. Inoue steers him back over halfway. Tiberton. Uses Kim and then Punta Hembiboon. Here's Dion Cools in a bit of a tight spot. Deals with it well, Piridol. Now Dumitru. Chance for Hasegawa Motaki. Needs a good ball. It's just too big ahead of Cristiano da Silva. And are we destined for another 0-0 draw in a Ventforet Kofu match? Don't tend to do their business in normal time. Won the Emperor's Cup through a penalty shootout. There'll be no extras today. This will be it if we're still level in just over 10 minutes' time. A point apiece, but it'll certainly feel like a victory for the home side. But they have had their chances. Kamiya Kaito with the main chance for the host side. His header that was flicked onto the roof of the net well by Siwarak. There might be more defending to do for Buriram. Sego were fouled. And those noise levels have not dropped. These are the wettest of conditions. Horrible atmosphere to play football in. And it's been tempered by the noise from the fans in the National Stadium. Ball from Cristiano. Decided to go for the spectacular, but it was straight at Siwarak Taesung. Here's Sasalak. And Kim. Some time for calls. Kim Min-hyuk. Sasalak forced backwards again. All the way back, in fact. Doumbouya flicking on, looking for Dumitru. Wasn't going to get that one rounded. Inoue Shion. Well, is there going to be a flag? Cristiano da Silva firing over the bar, and it did come in the end. We all expected it. But the Brazilian firing at goal and couldn't get the angle he needed to test the goalkeeper. Not that it would have counted, but clear daylight between him and the second last defender. Sato into Inoue. Now Sekiguchi. Can the captain be the one to catalyse something going forward? Forward from Hayashida. To Nakamura. Cristiano is the target, headed away by Kim. That'll be a free kick committed against Ciaucic. Vastly experienced. The glue that holds this team together. scored the penalty, put them 3-0 up on match day 1 against Zhejiang. Tiraton towards Dumbuya. Won't fall for him, might fall for Shedia. Now Piradol, it's too big. Sasalak is there, looking to find the cross. Tiraton, headed away as Hayashi does. It's hammered clear in the end by Miyazaki. Will be needed again. Sato. Pass cut out, and just as well for Buriram. I have a sneaking suspicion that Monsana Dumbuya was offside. Yashida plotting the pass. The camera into Sakiguchi. This might go all the way forward, and Kim's got a job to do here. He's been fouled by Miyazaki Jumma. Cleared away by Punsa Hembibun. Juggling from Dumitru. Tiraton was forward, looking for the run of Shedia, but only found Miura Sota's head. Dumbuya jumping in on Miyashida. Camera forward, using Miyazaki as the point man. Santos making a run through the middle. Here's Miyazaki, always rising. Ventforet Kofu resorting to the long shots more and more. Is there anything that Shinada Yoshiyuki's men can conjure up in these final few minutes? Made all the changes, it'll have to be with this 11. Still, what a proud day for this manager. If they can hold on to this point, it'll be their second in Group H. Sakiguchi. Nakamura Ryotaro. Towards Miyazaki, got it lost in his feet, but that's been put behind. What's the call going to be? Corner kick. Tiraton Bunmatan with the last touch. And they will not stop bringing this party. Is this the chance they have been waiting all night for? Asegawa to man the corner. Looking for a blue shirt. Right at the death now. Dimitri got onto it. Inoue's kept this one alive. It's fired back in by Miura Sota, but not in a way that's going to threaten the defence too much. It will be a throw-in this time. Miura to take it. Good closing down. Dion calls. Quickly taken by Miura. It'll be a Kofu ball again. That one off Piradol. Here's Miura. Back by Piradol, Dumitru forward, Dumbuya. No room for Nicolau Dumitru. Eduardo Mancha there to stop him. Forward by Nakamura. Yashida out wide. Where's the option going to be? Miyazaki. Oh, that could have got anywhere from the boot of Kim Min-hyo. A timely intervention, but it sprayed up awkwardly off the Korea Republic man's boot. An awkward height. It was a zipping cross as well that skidded dangerously towards the 6-yard box. And Kofu's reward is another corner. Here it comes. Off the frame of the goal! It's still alive. Miyazaki can't get the ball back across, but it was Nakamura Ryotaro brought on to make trouble for the defence, who found the base of the upright. He whipped round and beat Dumitru. And it's back off the base of the post. Kofu denied a memorable winner by inches of steelwork. And look at this then. Video assistant referee check for a possible penalty for handball. Must have been in the tangle from the corner. Play won't restart until it's cleared. We haven't had to go to the monitor yet. Had a couple of background checks. Referee Akro Riskalayev is making absolutely sure. We're going to continue from the corner. Well, that would have been some late drama. Corner taken quickly. Segowa's ball in, flicked on towards the back post. No one there in blue to steer it forward. Back to Sekiguchi. Now Miyazaki. Cristiano. Can he get the ball across? Miyazaki coming for it. Cleared away by Dion Cools. Now we're really seeing the might of Ventforet Kofu. This is what did so much damage in the Emperor's Cup. This is the fighting spirit that's got them to the Champions League, the J2 League side. And is there to be a happy ending on this, their first home match? In it comes, goalwards! Oh, it's in! Hasegawa Motaki! And in the battle with Goliath, it's David who strikes first. Right at the dead. And there's joy in the National Stadium. And on the balance of play in the last 10 minutes, you have to say it's been coming. Siwarak beaten. And somewhere under that pile is Hasegawa Motaki. So many missed chances to rue for Buriram United. But it's the man brought on off the bench. With a memorable goal for Ventforet Kofu. He got ahead of Piradol. And a finer header you won't see for a long time. Gets the angle just right, it's beyond Siwarak. Gets a clean connection and he buries it. And what a proud moment for the local boy, Shinori Yoshiyuki. Brought in at the start of this season. And has he masterminded one of the AFC Champions League upsets? Well, it was never exactly quiet beforehand. But now the noise has hit a new level. Japan's national stadium rocking to the tune of Ventforet Kofu. The team who refuse to accept their level. There's been a change in the midst of all that. Tawachai Imprahon has come on at left back for Buriram. Here he is now. Ciaucic. Piradol. And the wind is behind Ventforet Kofu now. Cristiano inches from nicking that. It was Ramil Shereyev who was replaced. And that changed just after the goal. Up towards Dumbuya. Dion Cools is after it. Up against Hasegawa. And he's beaten him too. Shot comes in from the edge of the area from Tawachai, and he's got a corner. These are nervy moments for Ventforet Kofu. More than time for a chance. Arthur Papas, he knew the capabilities of this second division side. And he's been showing them in no uncertain terms in these late stages. It will be Tiraton's corner. Has to be a good delivery. It's big, Dumbuya! Over the bar and by some distance. Shakes his head. He'd leveraged himself away from the defender. Had to make the goalkeeper produce a save. But it's one that Michael Wood watched over with ease. And this is it then, we are in to the final minute. Chausic, forward to Tawachai. Every pink shirt on the ball being hounded now. Here's Dumitru. This could spell danger. Piradol cutting it back. And away by Nakamura. 15 seconds of the allotted 4 remaining. We might be playing on longer. Throw in taken short by Dion Cools. Has to get this ball forward. Piradol. Tiraton. In towards Chausic, and it's away by Hasegawa. He's everywhere at the moment for Ventforet Kofu, and that ball is thundered forward by Cristiano. On borrowed time now with Buriram. Here's Kim. Is there a last chance in this for the travelling side? Up towards Dumbuya, can't get the flick on he needs. And every second that passes is closer to glory now for Ventforet Kofu, but they've lost it. Dumitru was waiting for the run and it never came. And something tells me that Ventforet Kofu might just take their time over this throw-in now. History! A wondrous tale continues in Tokyo for Ventforet Kofu. The Japanese second-tier side with a late winner. They will not be cowed by their small stature. A team victory, but all inspired by Hasegawa Motoki, popping up off the bench with that 90th minute header. All smiles now, and it will be a happy trip back to the city of Kofu for those who travelled to the capital to support. Disappointment for Buriram. They had their chances, multiple chances. Onsana Dumbuya close in the first half with a header. Had strong spells, but were ultimately undone by an industrial home side. And the final score, Ventforet Kofu 1, Buriram United 0.